History is replete with narratives of dominance, but only a select few individuals have transcended mere physicality to become genuine benchmarks of power. These titans of iron did not just compete, they irrevocably redefined the very essence of human potential. Join us as we excavate the extraordinary biographies of 10 legendary strongmen whose accomplishments defy modern comprehension. Number 10. Franco Columbu, the compact powerhouse from Sardinia. The narrative of Franco Columbu is a profound testament to the principle that supreme physical prowess is forged, not bestowed. Despite his diminutive stature at 5'5", this Sardinian icon was a colossal presence, leaving an indelible mark across the demanding disciplines of boxing, powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting, and competitive bodybuilding throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. His rare synthesis of spectacular muscular development and sheer kinetic power made him a sensation in both European and American strength circles. Hailing from Ololoi, Italy, Columbu's athletic foundation was initially set in the kinetic aggression of boxing. This explosive training environment naturally led him to the rigorous demands of powerlifting and weightlifting, eventually culminating in his success in the aesthetic and ultra-discipline world of bodybuilding. His career climaxed with him securing the prestigious Mr. Olympia title twice, 1976 and 1981. This towering achievement was meticulously cultivated through a close, competitive, and fiercely loyal association with his peer Arnold Schwarzenegger, a relationship initiated in Munich in 1965. Upon relocating to the United States under the patronage of Joe Weider, financial exigency spurred Columbu and Schwarzenegger to establish a practical enterprise, European Brickworks, a business dedicated to masonry and patio construction. This constant engagement with functional, heavy labor served as unconventional, real-world strength training. Columbu's strength demonstrations were famously spectacular. At the 1977 Mr. Olympia, he captivated the audience with the preposterous spectacle of inflating a commercial hot water bottle until it detonated, a display of respiratory and muscular control that dumbfounded onlookers and rivals alike. His raw capacity extended to practical feats of immense force, including deadlifting automobiles and flinging heavy appliances. His athletic honors spanned continents, including champion status in Italy, Germany, and Europe. His definitive lifts, such as a 782-pound squat, solidify his reputation as one of the most comprehensively strong athletes of his generation. Post-competition, Columbu became a respected chiropractor and even prepared actors, notably Sylvester Stallone, for physically demanding film roles, demonstrating his mastery extended far beyond personal performance. Number 8. Bill Kazmaier, the quintessential American strongman. Bill Kazmaier, affectionately known as Kaz, embodies the apex of concentrated, raw athletic power in the history of American strength sports. Standing 6'2" and commanding a peak weight of 350 pounds, Kazmaier was an unrivaled three-time World's Strongest Man WSM victor and a two-time International Powerlifting Federation IPF champion. His sheer dominance prompted WSM founder David Webster to designate him the greatest strength athlete the U.S. had ever produced. Beginning his competitive life as a collegiate football player in Wisconsin, Kazmaier ultimately abandoned the gridiron in 1974 to dedicate himself exclusively to the barbell. This initial period demanded grit, forcing him into a series of arduous manual professions, from logging to bouncing, to support his intense training regimen. His debut at the 1978 AAU National Championships was meteoric, instantly establishing him among the elite. The subsequent year, at just 25, he set a monumental benchmark with a 622-pound bench press world record en route to securing his inaugural IPF World Powerlifting Championship. He swiftly pivoted to the newly founded World's Strongest Man contest. Following a third-place finish in 1979, he inaugurated a period of absolute supremacy, claiming the WSM crown for 3 consecutive years, 1980, 1981, and 1982. His reign was so absolute that, in an effort to broaden the international appeal and diversify the field of champions, the WSM organizers took the unprecedented measure of excluding Kazmaier from the competition for the following 5 years. His powerlifting statistics confirm his status as an all-encompassing athlete, including a combined lift total of 2,425 pounds. Though he later enjoyed a successful stint in professional wrestling, Kazmaier's core contribution remains his pioneering, unyielding definition of pure strength athleticism. Number 7. Mauritius Pudzianowski, the Polish Iron Will. Mauritius Pudzianowski is a modern colossus whose decades-long journey from garage training to global supremacy defines the strongman archetype. Endearingly known as Dominator, his career statistics, including an astonishing 43 international wins, a 70% victory rate, and over 20 world records, firmly place him among the titans of the iron game. Pudzianowski's passion was ignited early, beginning rigorous strength conditioning at the age of 13, influenced by his weightlifting father. After a brief engagement with boxing, he focused solely on strength sports, quickly making his mark on the professional stage. His international breakthrough came with his inaugural victory at the 2002 World's Strongest Man contest. The 2003 contest showcased Pudzianowski's unassailable power, resulting in the largest recorded winning margin in the competition's history. He claimed 4 of 7 final disciplines, establishing a 20-point differential over the nearest competitor, an unheard-of level of superiority that British strongman Laurence Shallayer called the most dominant display ever at WSM. Pudzianowski ultimately amassed a record-tying 5 WSM titles, along with numerous accolades such as the Strongman Super Series World Championship. His spectacular demonstration in the iconic Atlas Stones event, where he swiftly loaded 5 353-pound stones, epitomizes his combination of power and agility. Following his strongman zenith, Pudzianowski transitioned successfully into mixed martial arts, a testament to his raw physical resilience. Number 6. Louis Cyr, the mythological titan of Quebec. Louis Cyr is a historical anomaly, a man whose prodigious feats were so immense they blur the line between recorded fact and mythological exaggeration. Born in Quebec in 1863, Cyr became universally known in the late 19th and early 20th centuries as the undisputed king of strength, the strongest man whose power had ever been formally documented. Cyr's strongman destiny was evident early. At 17, he gained local fame by reportedly extricating a heavily mired freight wagon purely through muscular effort. He subsequently deposed the reigning Canadian strongman by lifting a 480-pound granite boulder. His records remain shocking even by contemporary standards. The backlift record. His most colossal feat involved a backlift of 4,337 pounds, 1,969 kilograms, accomplished by carrying a platform loaded with 18 men. This remains one of the heaviest weights ever officially raised by human beings. Resistance test. In a dramatic 1891 exhibition, Sear demonstrated incredible stabilizing power by resisting the tensile force of 4 large draught horses, 2 harnessed to each of his arms, a legendary display he later repeated for the visiting British monarchy. Standing 5 feet 8.5 inches and weighing 365 pounds, Sear's prowess was comprehensive, including a documented one-handed snatch of 188 pounds and the remarkable ability to lift 100 pounds with a single finger. Louis Cyr remains the gold standard for pure, static, raw human strength.
Number 6. Paul Anderson, the Cold War symbol of might. Paul Anderson was a uniquely American physical marvel whose tremendous strength transcended sport, becoming an international symbol during the Cold War. Born in Georgia in 1932, Anderson's sheer power was famously dubbed Chudo Prirodi, a wonder of nature, by his Russian contemporaries. Anderson's intense weight training began while in college, where he quickly recognized his exceptional lower body strength. Mentored by Bob Peoples, Anderson's training methodology involved utilizing crude, immensely heavy objects, notably hip-lifting a concrete-filled safe to build his foundational power. By 1955, Anderson set a global benchmark with a 436-pound clean and jerk. His crowning international moment came in Moscow, where he became the first human in history to successfully press over 400 pounds overhead. The record of the Titans. The core of Anderson's legend rests on his colossal backlift, an ancient squat variant of 6,270 pounds, a Guinness World Record, and a weight equivalent to 3 full-sized passenger cars. Despite suffering from fever and weight loss, Anderson's dedication secured him an Olympic gold medal at the 1956 Melbourne Games. His unprecedented feats propelled the sport of weightlifting into public consciousness, establishing Paul Anderson as a foundational figure in the history of power. Number 5. Alexander Karelin, the unconquerable experiment. Alexander Karelin is not merely an athlete, he is a monument to physical domination in the sport of Greco-Roman wrestling. Nicknamed the Russian Bear and the Experiment, this Siberian-born behemoth began life weighing a staggering 15 pounds. Karelin's wrestling career, initiated at age 13, rapidly ascended after he recovered from a serious leg fracture. Standing 6'4" and wrestling at 289 pounds, his conditioning was legendary, enabling him to perform 42 sequential pull-ups and clean and press over 420 pounds. His dominance in the Olympic and world circuits was absolute. He was undefeated for 13 straight years, and in a decade-long stretch, not a single opponent managed to score a point against him. He earned 3 Olympic gold medals. Karelin's defining move was the notorious Karelin Slam. This technique involved him hoisting a 300-pound opponent, even one actively attempting to resist and act as dead weight, and explosively throwing them over his shoulder to violently impact the mat. This maneuver, requiring almost unbelievable functional power against an elite resisting athlete, cemented his terrifying reputation and proved the media's nickname, The Experiment, was earned. Number 4. Zydrunas Savickas, the resilience of Big Z. Zydrunas Savickas, known globally as Big Z, is the modern metric for competitive strongman success. Defined by an unrelenting drive for records and titles. His career, launched after he watched a Lithuanian strongman contest in 1989, is characterized by an unparalleled accumulation of championships. Savickas is the most decorated strongman of the modern era. He holds 4 World's Strongest Man titles. He is an 8-time champion of the static strength-focused Arnold Strongman Classic. He has secured a national record of 17 Lithuania's Strongest Man titles. His mastery of the log lift is unparalleled, with a world record hoist of 227 kilograms or 500 pounds. He has also achieved a monumental 1,155-pound deadlift using oversized tires. In 2001, Savickas faced what many believed to be a career-ending injury. He tore both patellar tendons. However, in a staggering display of recovery and commitment, he returned to competition in less than a year, winning his national powerlifting championships. His subsequent run, including a second-place finish in the 2002 WSM, confirmed his legendary status, proving that his mental and physical resilience matched his immense power.
Number 3. Magnus Sverre Magnusson, the Icelandic pillar of consistency. Magnus Sverre Magnusson, born in 1963, is a figure of distinction from the strongman hotbed of Iceland. Despite his moderate physical stature at 6 feet 1 inches, Magnusson defined his era through meticulous technique, exceptional versatility, and a competitive drive that yielded 4 World's Strongest Man titles: 1991, 1994, 1995, and 1996. Magnusson's rural farm origins instilled a fundamental functional strength. While he lacked the extreme body mass of some competitors, his technical proficiency in lifts like the deadlift and squat, combined with high speed and endurance, allowed him to dominate his rivals. His impressive haul of victories included the Europe's Strongest Man and the Viking Challenge. By securing his 4th WSM title, he matched the national record set by his peer, Jon Paul Sigmarsson, before his international retirement. His raw strength culminated in a spectacular deadlift exceeding 1,155 pounds, a testament to his comprehensive command of static power. Number 2. Mark Henry, the Wrestling Colossus. Mark Henry is a modern athletic phenomenon, universally recognized as the world's strongest man across the globe. Born in 1971, Henry's towering 6'4" frame and peak weight exceeding 400 pounds are the physical manifestation of raw, disciplined power, evident across his career in weightlifting and professional wrestling. Henry launched his career on the global stage, competing in the super heavyweight division at the 1992 Summer Olympics. He subsequently secured multiple medals at the 1995 Pan American Games. His unique blend of size and legitimate strength made him a prized acquisition for World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, in 1996. Throughout his 2-decade tenure, he established a fearsome reputation as an unmovable force. Henry's most concrete strength achievement was setting a raw powerlifting world record, a monumental lift total achieved without the aid of supportive equipment, solidifying his status as a legitimate strongman titan whose power was measurable far beyond the confines of the wrestling ring. Number 1. Hercules, the immortal epitome of strength. The definitive measure of strength ultimately resides in mythology. Hercules, or Heracles, the demigod son of Zeus and the mortal Alcmene. Hercules embodies the ultimate narrative of physical prowess, a figure whose immense strength was a congenital blessing. Hercules' life was marked by legendary suffering and unparalleled physical exploits, most famously his 12 labors, or Dorakatlos, undertaken as penance. The Nemean lion. He faced the task of slaying the Nemean lion, an impervious beast that could only be defeated through the application of unadulterated physical power, which Hercules used to strangle it. The Augean stables. he was commanded to cleanse the Augean stables, which held accumulated filth for years. Hercules demonstrated creative functional power by diverting the courses of the Alpheus and Peneus rivers to wash the stalls clean. Hercules' passage into Mount Olympus upon his death confirms his status as the immortal archetype of human and divine strength, remaining the eternal comparison point for all feats of human power. We've explored the greatest strong men, from the mythic power of Hercules to the modern break-record force of Zydrunas Savicus. Now, we turn the question to you. Which of these 10 colossal figures truly stands as the strongest man in history? Drop your verdict in the comments below. If this journey through power captivated you, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to join us for our next chapter on human achievement. Thank you for watching.